There's more than what you see on your TV screen. Our photojournalists have to work under tight deadlines and limitations on the field. Photojournalist Juan Anazaldua explains in our photographer's perspective.
Here at Channel 5, we pretty much shoot a certain way. Basic, standard, sometimes generic shots, but sometimes we have to improvise. Shots, angles, or style when necessary. Depending on the story, and adapt quickly on location, we have to deal with limitations or problems we may encounter. For this story, we arrived early in the morning to the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Academy for what seems to be a fairly basic and straightforward story on canine police rescue training. So I began picking angles and certain shots I had in mind. Other TV stations were there as well. They set us up in a corner of a field. I was ready for the training, but just to make it tricky, the instructors had a request. Just be careful and try not to show the agent's identity. Also, try not to get in the way while they're training. Other than that, you're good to go. All of the other photographers stayed in the corner. At first, I was planning to do the same. I turned on the camera to check out the shot. I wasn't really happy with it. It looked okay, but I just pictured it differently. And I thought, you know what? Enough of this. Put the camera on the floor. I attach a monopod to the camera handle to create low-angle shot and follow all the action. Plus, that would be the best way to avoid filming the agents' faces at the same time. The other photographers remained in the corner for a few more minutes. I wasn't going to miss all the action, so I wanted to get even closer. I was not going to stay in the corner with a tripod. I wanted to be in the middle of everything. I enjoy long takes where there's a lot going on. Action, sounds, images that develop every second, and different points of views from different perspectives. For some of the stories, it's important to improvise in the moment. Depending on the situation, it is important to pay close attention to details and try to do things that make sense to properly tell the story.
You got 2 minutes.
And of course, every once in a while, we could get fancy with certain shots.
I got rear, I got front.
Reporter Christian Van Pricing and I ended the package with a few extras we shot indoors. It was a good experience. I've learned that you can plan ahead a little bit, at least a basic idea on how to shoot certain stories. But until you get to a location and see the big picture, different problems come at you from every angle. You just have to deal with it and keep shooting. Keep telling the story. No matter how big the limitations are, for sure, there's always a way. From my photographer's perspective, I'm Juan Anazaldua, Channel 5 News this weekend.